Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Monday, November 3rd, 2025, and I'm here to do a general collective reading for you. As you know, it's a timeless read. I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders, so you're free to switch the genders and the roles if you need to. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment while you're listening to general collective readings. They are not personal readings, okay? Just take what applies and toss the rest. It's not recommended that you take on other people's strife and problems, okay? Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful. I love you guys so very, very much. We're going to see where we're going to go with this read. The message I'm getting here is there's an ex, or it could be a friend. I don't know. Basically, I'm picking up there's an ex that's pissed off that they're just a footnote in the story of your life. And that you don't have good memories with them. And if you do speak about them, it's not pleasant. Well, you know how it goes, right? I mean, if people want you to speak highly of them, then they shouldn't go around hurting you, using you, cheating on you, whatever they did. You know what I'm saying? They should have acted better. It is what it is, right? So that's basically what I was picking up. Somebody hates the fact that they're a footnote in the story of your life. So I don't know if you've hit it big, or you're going to, or you're doing well and they want back in. I don't know. They got egg all over their face, I just heard. Wow, okay. So they denigrated you. They abused you. They said horrible things about you. All lies, I just heard. All lies. And now they're getting found out. Something's happening in your life, or you're doing very well, and they're pissed off. They're just a footnote in your life. That they're not as important as they placed themselves or they thought themselves to be. Wow, that's gotta suck. You think you're that important and you're not. That's gotta fucking suck. It sounds like somebody's in their ego, right? Yeah, sometimes people are that high on themselves, they need to be brought down a bit, you know? And life does do that. It has a habit of doing that. It brings you right down, crashing. Look at this. They're in their ego. I can't make this up. Temptation. They could have addictions as well. That's the overarching energy. This is somebody that's high on themselves. Very toxic. Toxic attachments, I just heard. This is somebody that their moods elevate or change like that. See how the head's swirling? It's over. You're not going back. You are the phoenix rising. Maybe they could. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying it could. Kind of sounds like narcissistic tendencies here to smear you after a breakup. And they thought, oh, I took care of that one. But no, you're the phoenix rising again. This is change. You overcame everything. Congratulations. It's over. There's no going back. That's the underlying energy. Yeah, you're speaking your truth. You might be going into a higher level soulmate connection or your spiritual high ranking. It doesn't have to be that, but you're speaking some sort of truth here. Triumph. Damn. So this is a relationship or commitment that you were in. They wanted to look the best out of this breakup or something. That's what I'm picking up. And big red flags are there. You're triumphing here. You overcame. You're moving forward, and they're not allowed to come with you. It is what it is. Yeah, no, material and spiritual prosperity in reverse. They're a karmic. That's why they can't come with you. So you can't bring everybody with you, okay? This is a one-sided, this person is only after themselves. It's a one-sided relationship. It's what they can get. If they get the glory, even better. You know what I'm saying? They're going through some sort of emotional loss right now. Maybe they've never gone through this before. Maybe somebody's never brought them back down to earth. You know what I'm saying? People are so used to blowing smoke up their ass because that's the way they love it. It's just too bad. They can't elevate. They're not in the same level as you. And I'm not saying you're better than anybody. I mean, we can't go around saying that we're better than other people. You made better choices in life. You're in a better position in life. That's what I mean, okay? This person didn't, and that is their problem. Maybe they'll learn now, right? We all have to learn, me included. So this is temptation 15. This is somebody that's got a lot of temptations here. They want instant gratification. There is no waiting here. They don't want to wait. I want it now. I want it. Sounds very spoiled. Probably got brought up by a parent that gave them everything they wanted because we were the mommy or the daddy's king or queen. You know what I'm saying? Little princess or the king of the household. Now they're finding out real quick. That's got to end. They got to stop this. They could have addictions. Thank you. Travel. They could be traveling. You could be traveling. And they're looking at you. Oh, look at. Not everybody has the money to travel nowadays, especially. So if you're able to travel, you're in a good spot, right? They're very envious, I hear. Pack your bags. They're creeping on you. So they're finding out you're doing well in life after the breakup. They are creeping on you. Taking screenshots, or you're taking screenshots, getting evidence, proof, and facts. Yeah, karmic friends. So maybe their karmic friends are taking screenshots of what you're doing in life and bringing it back to them, and they're freaking out. Can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Somebody's broke. They're all laughing at this person, I think. You're zen here. You're reflecting. Or this is forcing them to reflect. They go towards people that keeps them partying here. Okay? There's an offer. Always partying. You dodged major bullets because this person likes scarcity tactics. They can't keep it together. They're always broke. They're always taking from other people, playing fucking games. You rejected them, or they rejected you playing their games. And now rejection is God's protections. This is being played out here. This is, I want what I want when I want it. Somebody's really jealous of you, wanting to get something somewhere faster than you. I want money. I want this. I want the best life possible to rub it into you. Maybe that's how they're feeling, that you're rubbing it into them. No, you're just living your life, okay? Counter to what they're saying. They're going around saying this, that, and the other thing about you, and they're wrong. What is this? Temptation. Oh, okay, so somebody might be involved in trafficking, moving stuff around. You know what I'm saying? You have addictions. Or maybe that's what they claimed you were doing. I don't know. Somebody's going through a depression. So you got caught up, maybe? Everything's falling apart. Or the stories they're telling about you is falling apart. They're in their feels. They know they betrayed you, or they feel betrayed because you're doing so well. So some sort of betrayal here. Maybe they betrayed their friends. Deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. Or their friends don't want to hear it. Somebody's putting on a show. And they're having financial difficulties here. They destroyed their whole life, maybe, just because they're a hater. People are tired of the drama around them, and or they are, or you were. Yeah, getting played. They know they effed up. They know they effed up. I don't know. Maybe they said that you were involved in that, or they are involved in that, and they're getting caught up. And I don't know. They're looking back at how great things were, how well you turned out. There might be some threat of their life here if they don't do something. I don't know. They owe money, something like that. They're always distracted. They're easily tempted here. Distractions came out. Where are we going with this? Temptation 15, traveling. Playing mind games here. Immature, testing you and analyzing you. Playing chess right here. They're playing checkers. You're playing chess. You're 10 steps ahead. You're not going to let this piece of dirt bring you down. You found out what they're all about, and you did the right things. It's not your fault that they couldn't handle you leaving. They couldn't. You represent everything they could never be. They could have addictions. I don't know. Twin flame, runner, chaser, divine timing. They could be telling people, using that jargon to get them hooked into a relationship. This could be a runner, chaser dynamic, meaning it's a narcissist, empath paradigm. This is a divine timing is being played out here. Maybe you're going towards a higher level soulmate connection, and they're spazzing out. You could be traveling, they could be doing other things, or they're claiming you are. Somebody's stubborn here. They don't change their ways. They're bossy, they're selfish, they're thinking about you. Crying, nostalgic, and missing you. Because, you got a new love, maybe. And you're keeping it secret. They can't get information on this. Other people are taking screenshots, or they're getting other people to take screenshots to tell them what's going on. Sneaky, mysterious, hiding information, or they think you're hiding information on purpose, or they think their karmic friends are hiding information on purpose. They're unemployed. They're doing real crap here. Broke, fired, living beyond their means, contemplating yes or no, unsure choices and decisions. Well, that's their problem. They made poor decisions in their life. They didn't want to do the right thing. This is what you get at the end of the day, right? You can't blame other people because they did make good decisions. They did straighten up their life. Maybe at one point you did have you know, that kind of lifestyle. You got yourself out of it. Somebody's busy snooping, that's for sure. They could be driving by your home or your work, stalking you on social media here, visiting psychics and tarot readers to get a read on you, or you could be one, or they are, I don't know. They put you in a love affair. Secrecy, third party, hooking up and STDs. Maybe they claim you gave them an STD, or this is what you're going through. This is definitely what they're going through. There's no contact. Blocked, silent treatment, cut off all communication, giving them the cold shoulder, or other people are. Breakup, distance, and separation. This is a toxic love. Why would you want that back? They bring drama. Addictions, yet again. Love-hate relationship. They need to heal. And they're refusing to heal. Well, that's not anybody's problem but theirs, right? You play games, that's what happens. Don't know what this travel end is all about, though. Could be just gossip and rumors or traveling. I don't know. Somebody's in their lust. They're very lustful. They want power and control. They're very egotistical. Strength came up. Domineering. Forceful. What is this? Temptation 15 travel, doing rugs and mind games. Thank you, Spirit. You're manifesting. You have all the tools you need for success. Co-creating with the divine. You're a go-getter, a person that does. You know, you don't just talk about it like this fool. This is conscious awareness as well. So you're going to be taking action against this person or other people. I don't know. They're focused on you. Oh, boy. There will be no second chances. Poor decision, judgment in reverse. They're getting karma. It's the overarching energy. There's no saving grace. No Hail Mary here, okay? There's no second chances. They're getting karma. They misjudged you or wanted people to, okay? They went around saying lies about you. They don't want to take accountability for what they said and done. Lack of awareness. I didn't know. They knew what they were doing. Lack of responsibility here. They don't want to be responsible, but yet, I don't know. This isn't. They don't want to heal. They don't want anybody to know what they've done and said. That's too bad. This is karma time. Because you're sweet, you're getting your flowers. Or this is what they did in the past. They're having nostalgic memories. They want to reconcile. Oh, yeah. They want to put some past hurts behind. You're innocent here. They're having nostalgic memories. Yeah, you gave them great memories. You were kind, nurturing, and sweet to them. Right? They didn't give you good memories, though, did they? Or they're going to blame, oh, wow, their bad decisions on the way they were brought up. Yeah, somebody's really unstable here. They're having, they might be going towards bankruptcy. They might want to reconcile with you because they have no money. They wanted you to appear unstable. They breadcrumbed you for sure. They breadcrumbed you 6-6 if this resonates with you. It was unfair. It wasn't an equally yoked relationship at all. They could have defrauded you or stole from you. You can't do any more business. If this person's a tarot reader, or if you are, they're trying to make sure that you can't do your business. This was unfair. That's just just take it if it applies. If it doesn't, leave it alone. Someone was definitely talking shit about you, though. Were they doing magic? I don't know. It's possible, but they were definitely loosey-goosey, or they claimed you were. Sunwise counsel. And now somebody's talking, or this is somebody that talks too friggin' much. It's a chatty Cathy making up stories all over the place. Yeah, that's the truth. There we go. Truth is coming out now. Compelling. So somebody's being compelled to talk or speak. Truth and clarity. This is a breakthrough for you. They want to talk to you. Something to do with happiness or a family or group or some sort of community. You're happy. That's the truth. After all the shit talking they did, you're happy. The truth's coming out. Or something to do with a family. Tens are completions, by the way, so. What's going on here? Somebody's unstable. They're in debt. Put your money where your mouth is, I just heard. What's going on here? Okay, there's a large amount of money, an inheritance, spiritual or otherwise. Family, corporation, long-term stability. Again, 10 completions. This is generational wealth, a legacy. 10-10. It's family and inheritance, money, extreme happiness, manifesting, conscious awareness, working hard. You are balanced here, putting a lot of effort in, mastering your emotions, mastering your whatever you do for a living or your craft. Very disciplined, very working hard, diligence. This is success. Clearly seeing what's going on here. You're not afraid to make a decision. You're not indecisive. You're not stuck in your head. There's no mental conflict here. You're not in denial. Letting something go or releasing something or someone, this karmic situation. There's no harmony here. It's all a one-sided thing, or it's a false contract. Somebody made some poor decisions, and they're reaping the consequences to those decisions. It's all a lesson, right? We're here to learn. There's something on the table. It could be an offer or some sort of compromise, contract. Something's on the table. Place it where it belongs. This is going all over the place for me. I apologize. It is what it is. Only take what applies. They want you to unblock them. They're working hard to unblock something. So they kept doing something over and over again. They don't want to stop. It's getting old and it's getting stale. Somebody's getting dropped here, locked. Somebody's just repeatedly got your name in their mouth, or I don't know. They don't want to change. They're resisting change. They don't want to change. There's somebody that doesn't want to change. They get into relationships. You know how people get into a relationship. You see, usually it's the female that says, okay, I can change that person. You know what I mean? I can make them a better person, blah, blah. This person's not going to change. You're not. Somebody can't change you. They can't change the narrative. I don't know. This is a permanent, profound ending or loss for you. If they said that you were unalived, you're not. They don't want to go unalive. Somebody's going to. I don't know. There's no change. It's going to court. This is an institution. This is the divine. A belief system. You could be on a platform. You don't have to be. Spiritual high ranking. It's something to do with a marriage or commitment. This is a tower. Stood your ground, you're divinely protected and guided. Somebody's standing up for you. If you're not standing, well, you're standing up, obviously, but somebody else might be. They're blocked. Something's happening quickly. It could be in a court of law. It doesn't have to be. Could involve an institution for sure, or a belief system, or you're just very, very strong, spiritually speaking. You could be high up there, or it's dealing with a CEO or a leader of some sort, taking the lead. Why is this all over the place? This is blowing somebody's mind. You always had the advantage, I heard. You saw it from a higher perspective. Yeah, somebody has the advantage here. They were trying to take advantage. And they're realizing now they're blocked. You have a lot of valor here. Yeah. You walked away with your head held high. You didn't engage. This could be past, present, or future, by the way. This could... Maybe it's just happening now or will happen. But somebody was playing a lot of mind games here. Gaslighting you and others. They wanted to, power play. Poke the bear. Get some sort of reactive abuse out of you. Possibly 5 of Wands. They're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another now. Whoever was in this group or their friends. Reactive. Somebody is very triggered right now. So they don't want the conflict that comes with this. Somebody's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. Very materialistic, greedy, selfish, and lazy. Very jealous as well. Can't be trusted. This is manipulative. Shrew. Okay. This is money motivated. Or they, at one point, they wanted people to make you, they wanted to make you look unstable financially in every way. Jealous, unfaithful, not to be trusted, not taking life seriously, inept, I heard. Wow. It's all for money. It's a player energy, not to be trusted. So he did something too quickly. Scam artist. Very insincere. Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups in reverse. This is for it's whatever this person is. They're not in it for a long time. They're in it to get whatever they want, and then they're gone. They could have been doing spell work against you, or on you, or others, having casual hookups all over the place, loosey goosey for sure. Or they claimed you were. Somebody's got to get arrested for selling ass or buying ass. They claim that, trying to make it look like you are doing this. You overcame whatever this is. This is illumination. People are being illuminated to this person's dirty deeds or their dirty lies. They can't hold you back. They're going to be arrested possibly, or they were arrested. They have to surrender to something. You surrendered it to God. You let this go. They're going to get let go. They lied. They felt entitled. This is a drama starter. They threw rocks and hid hands. They lied. They felt entitled. This is somebody that is a troublemaker. You are healthy. You're balanced. You're a wish fulfillment here. Damn. Your stars have aligned. This is getting out into the open here. This you're getting your wishes fulfilled. Your prayers have been heard. You're very balanced and healthy and an inspiration. You're in your north node. They're in their south node. They lied. They lied about your health, their health. You're divinely protected. This is divine intervention coming in. You have nothing to worry about here. These are not your worries. You're unburdened. You're not taking on this person's burdens. Or the lies that they said that brings burdens onto you. Yeah, you know what? You know where it's coming from. You're not, they can't get some reaction out of you. The truth is out. You drop this person. You let them go because they're a dirty piece of crap. They're a liar. They're jealous. They're abusive. Page of Swords in reverse. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. And this is a self-sabotager. They targeted you. They were jealous of you and they abused you. And this is news others don't want to hear. That maybe others that got in on this bandwagon with them. I don't know. They could be stalking and harassing you at the moment. This is just petty and cruel. They're getting let go. You let them go. This is so petty. Sounds like high school shit. You know, you let them go because they're a piece of crap. It's not what you wanted, so you let them go. So because you let them go, to them you have the upper hand. It sounds like a narc. So they went around and smeared your name out all over town, making it sound like you were this, that, and the other thing, and they came out looking like a prince or a princess here. You know what I'm saying? You let them go and made them angry. They didn't invest in you. They missed the boat. So something beautiful is happening in your world. And they can't come along. They're just a footnote in the story of your life. They didn't invest in you. They invested elsewhere. What do you expect? End of the road. Can't go any further. Yep, you get what you give. 7-7 if this resonates. Somebody's delusional. People are seeing it for what it is. All that glitters isn't gold. There's no more confusion. This is all illusions. This person has nothing to offer you. No viable options here. Or you didn't sleep around. You put your pastors behind you, got on with life, right? This person's going through a dark night of the soul because they're reckless, careless, and foolish. They took unnecessary risks. I don't know what this is. They wanted you to look this way, but you're not. They can't move on. They can't escape. They didn't want you moving on, having a new beginning. So they're trying to stop your new beginning. Good for them because you walked away from them. Give me a break, because you're in search. This is the 8 of Cups. You're in search of your 9th and 10th cup, which is emotional fulfillment and happiness. I mean, they don't know where they're going in life. Or they don't know where you're going, period. So they have to stop this. Give me a break. This sounds like a real... Male or female, place it where it belongs, by the way. Sounds like a real winner, right? It's over. You ended a cycle to begin anew, and you you understood the assignment here. You could be traveling or moving, and they can't come along for freebies. There's somebody that just wants to get freebies everywhere they go. It reminds me of somebody I'm not going to say who it is, but somebody I knew. I was always brought up not to ask. You know, if somebody's eating something and you want some, you don't ask. You know, I don't know. People might think differently nowadays because I'm a little older than a lot of you. But you don't ask. You wait till you're invited, or, you know what I mean? It's offered to you. I knew somebody that would always ask, oh, can I have some? Oh, I want some of that. Give me some. You know, just, and I would cringe when I heard it. You know, it was constant. They always got freebies, and they always put people on the spot thinking, like, sometimes people would say no, and I would laugh. But most times people would say, yeah, and you could see it on their face. They didn't really want to share, you know what I mean? Or didn't want to give that something to them. No matter what it is. And that's what I'm picking up here. This person gets a lot of freebies by putting people on the spot like that. Like trips. I want to come along. Can I come? I don't have the money, but, you know, let me come. Let me come. Yeah. This is a nightmare for this person. This person was a nightmare to you. You have no worries. You're smooth sailing for you. This person, well, yeah, the lying, cheating, and or stealing. You're the one that got away. Damn. And you moved on successfully. Look at that. You're under the canopy of the universe. You overcame traveling and or moving. You take accountability in your life, okay? That's what it is. You have a thick skin. Your skin's gotten thicker with this person. You're not going to fall for it, right? If they're saying things behind your back and they're trying to find a way to get to you, you take it from where it comes from. You have to value their opinion to begin with to get upset. You know what I'm saying? As to what they think. This is universally driven. You're moving on. Bye. Kiss my ass. They can't come along with you. Bye, 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 bye. They're still strategizing. Let them. This person's always going to be looking over their shoulder. Oh, that's what they were hoping. You escape them and they want you to always look over your shoulder scared now. I don't think so. You refuse to fall for that. You're a free agent. You're sovereign in your life. Why should you live according to what somebody else's wants and needs? Because they're petty and they're cruel. Get the fuck out of here. What's going on here? So you're moving on towards your higher level soulmate connection, possibly. That's why the twin flame is here. How dare you? How dare you find you're happy? Yes, I'm humbled here. You could be a very humble sort. Humility. But they can't control you. They lost control of you. This is somebody with no integrity, loyalty, and honesty. So you pushed on. You moved on. Yeah, they want to reconcile with you? No, I don't think so. You're very balanced. You're very healed. You're a healer. You're a teacher. You're very fair. You finally got it. You transmute and alchemize beautifully. You've healed from whatever they tried to do to you or say about you. Words do hurt. Okay, let's be frank. Even as an adult, you know, sticks and stones may break my bones. You know what I'm saying? But words do hurt. Let's be fair about that, you know. But we have to sometimes thicken our skins so we don't allow somebody to get the better of us. We don't lower our standards because somebody has none. Do you understand what I'm saying? You keep it pushing. You keep it balanced in your life. Very, very good. Modesty. You could be very modest, but I meant to say moderation and not always, right? Congratulations. Yeah, you healed your heart. That's a blessing in disguise. They were talking shit about you. They're trying to, balance out the shit talking. This is somebody that doesn't want to heal. It's a scandal of some sort. They could have got handsy with you at one point. I don't know. Wanted you hurting bad. They're in their emotions. You're the loving, so you love yourself. So, you know, you're not going to allow people to hurt you. This is self-love. Are you going towards new love, true love, happiness? This is new beginnings. Blessed. You're very blessed. A lot of peace, harmony here in your life. You're going towards a higher level soulmate. Congratulations. And they're in their feelings. You're stable and secure. That's just their problem. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. It could be somebody famous, or you are famous now, and now they're crying the blues. They're just a footnote in the story of your life. Tell everybody who I am. No, I don't think so. Maybe that's the only claim to fame they'll ever have in life. I mean, most of us aren't famous. Let's be fair. But we do good things. People know us. They talk about us. They talk good things. This person, I don't think a lot of people are saying good things about. You know what I'm saying? They wanted the attention. They want your attention. Damn. There's a lot of emotional wounding they've caused, though. You are the wounded warrior coming home after battle to the accolades of your community. More people love you than they hate you, and they can't stand that. They're trying to turn people against you. Well, what they wish for you is happening to them. Yeah, this was unfair, what they did to you. They were bragging and showing off. Or they think it's unfair that you get your shit together and they don't. They're in debt. They can't play games with you anymore. They can't profit from you any longer. Somebody's really unstable. Again, they think it's unfair. Well, they're going to have to straighten out their whole life, okay? You can bring a horse to water. You can't make them drink. You can set examples. Doesn't mean they're going to follow. Something's not ringing true. It's not making sense. Somebody's really unstable right now. Finances, mind, emotions, health. I don't know what this is. This is a narcissist. I told you. So whatever they're saying is not ringing true. It's not making sense. They can't keep this going. Can't balance this out. Can't play games anymore. It's a liar. A user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel. Pathological liar, right? Abusive. They were abusive towards you one way or another. This is somebody that's not very smart. They shit where they eat, right? They bite the hand that feeds them. That type of thing. Male or female. Very abusive. They take accountability. No, they don't. They need to. They take advantage of you and others. They lie. They're self-serving like this. They're very malicious, ruthless, and cruel. Right now, they're in their emotions. Maybe they can't control their emotions. They're careless. Emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, emotionally immature and insincere, very self-serving and self-absorbed. There could be addictions going on. Lie here. They're in their feels. They're very malicious. They're cruel. They don't care about anybody. They could be dangerous. Very abusive. It could be a baby father. It could be a father. It could be a female in this energy too. Just saying, but they're very abusive. They shouldn't be around children, or they have something to do with. They shouldn't be around children. Okay? They drink around children. They do other things around children. They're very abusive around children. Ew. Yeah, they got caught here. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. You hurt their pride and their ego. You called them out, I just heard. So they're holding a grudge against you because you let them go. You let them go so very easily. And you moved on. So they're holding a grudge against you. They're embarrassed and disgraced. Or they want to embarrass and disgrace you. All they can do is watch you from afar. They made their choice, okay? You're still moving forward, or they were making plans to embarrass and disgrace you. Watching you from afar online. Somebody's distracted. They're distracted. They're too busy watching you. Too busy with your name in their mouth. They could have went to the crossroads. I'm really not picking that up, though. They made their choice. Or you made yours. I'm not going there. You let them go. You made your choice. You're not coming back. You're moving forward, looking ahead, right? This is somebody that's not, they don't think ahead. They don't look ahead. They go by the seat of their pants. So all of their stories aren't adding up. None of their actions are making sense. Okay. Where are we going with this? Yep. The vindictive, violent, spiteful. He's a liar. Very jealous of you. Could be exes, ex-wife, ex-husband. You went ice cold on them. You moved on. Bye. You're still moving forward. They could have left you out in the cold, or they feel like they're left out in the cold, or somebody else led them out into the cold. Somebody else that had it out for you, lied about you, left you out in the cold. This is going towards lack and loss and poverty. With kids, they left you out in the cold with kids. I don't know. You're innocent. They want to apologize. It's a long time ago here. You need to take accountability. You're very responsible, by the way. It's a rite of passage, whatever this is. They were trying to slow you down. Somebody's got a crush on you. Somebody else has got a crush. So somebody could have... This is going all over the place. I apologize. But for some of you, they had a friend or an acquaintance or family member that also had a crush on you that fed the fire. You have a new beginning, and they can't come along. That's what it is, yeah. I mean, somebody had it out. Somebody had the hots for you. This is new beginnings for you. New beginnings, new passion opportunities, growth and expansion. You were dealing with opportunists. Again, this is a golden opportunity for you. You're stable and secure. You're being very blessed. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Yeah, no, this is opportunists. They want people to believe that you get paid for smecks. Or they do pay for smecks. I don't know. Maybe they're... gosh. They got busted. Somebody got arrested for buying and or selling. Or both. They're bound to this now. Or they said you were doing this. They have addictions, obsessions, and codependency issues. They're very toxic and karmic. They tried to attach this narrative onto you or trying to bind you to something. It's a backfire. It's all backfiring. This is bad news. No communication. It's bad news. This is a poser, a player, a warlock. So you bit off more than they could chew, male or female, okay? And it's all, they call it in. It's all about their image. They're very egotistical and prideful, arrogant, conceited. They don't do the right thing. This is a follower, not a leader. And the truth and clarity, you expose them. Elimination. Yeah, there you go. You're working hard. You're a master at something here. You're building something. There's a third-party situation. They put you in a third-party situation, a collaboration here. Something to do with a contract. Could be, I don't know, you're too high elevated for this moron. People are watching you work. Maybe you're a master at what you do. You're bringing the truth out somehow, some way. They put you in a third-party situation, but they can't touch you. Okay? You've elevated. Somebody wants to be with you. They can't come with you. They want your help. They see your value and your worth. They think they still have an opportunity with you. They took advantage of you. They're ungrateful. You know your value and your worth here. So somebody's seeing your value and your worth. They want to work with you. This can't be ignored. They don't want you to ignore them any longer. They need your help. They want your help. Mommy, Daddy, help me. Yeah. This could be your higher level soulmate, or this is you. You're very successful, abundant, generous, kind, hardworking, dedicated to what. Yeah, no. Somebody's sad here. Needy and greedy, male or female. So fall from grace. You're putting on an act. They're smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all, and show off. They don't care who they hurt. They're not loving, kind, nurturing, or sweet. This person you were dealing with. Or somebody else that was in there fanning the flames. They didn't want you having wish fulfillment. This is a big fall from grace. Yeah. They did too much here. Now they want forgiveness. They're not having their wish fulfillment. They didn't want you having wish fulfillment. They went elsewhere. It's not wish fulfillment. I don't know. There's a lot of partying and drinking. Somebody could have gotten injured or unalived. Or they wanted this for you. They did too much here. Now they want to pull these swords out of your back. To be in a partnership with you. Give me a break. Yeah, somebody's alone. Somebody's finding something out. They're going to go to jail. Something to do. I don't know. They're stuck in their head. They wanted you stuck. Stuck with them. Fuck you. They're trying to restrict you. You can't get your mouth, your name out of their mouth or out of their head. This is self-imposed. They're getting trapped. They're stuck. Could be going to jail or something. Something's happening quickly. It could be a raid of some sort. If they're involved with TRAFFICKING. Or something they did against you. They were really coming after you. Or somebody else's. Somebody's picked up speed here. It's a karmic situation. It's a false construct. It's all one-sided. They were gunning for you one-sidedly. You didn't merit this. You didn't deserve this. You weren't even feeding into it. It was all a one-sided thing. They wanted to stop you. Block you. Keep you small. Small fry, I just heard. They're getting reaping, yeah. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. They wanted you to look unstable. I don't know. You're greedy and selfish and very jealous of you. Unstable and insecure. You turned your back on that. You foresaw this. You could be at a distance, or they could be. You're not looking back. You're moving forward. You're prepared or preparing for something. Yeah. Someone's trying to hold you back. They're trying to scheme away. You could be traveling. You're stable and secure. They're holding you back. They want power and control over you. You're protected here. They wanted some sort of power over you. Gold digger, cloud chaser. They want your destiny, maybe. You're going towards your destiny. This is change, divine timing. Going into a new timeline. The Empress. Divine feminine energy, male or female. That's why you're protected. You're doing well. You're very grounded and down to earth. You're creative. You're creating something new. Through your pain, you create new life. Whether it's through children, some sort of artistry that you're involved in. You're very artistic. It could be anything. Music, prose, I heard. Writing, philanthropy, film, music, I don't know, painting. It could be anything. Oh, look at that. You're going into a higher level soulmate connection. That and or you had to wait. Now it's time to balance your masculine and feminine energies, dark and light. And now you're both. You're vibrating so very high here. You're in control. You took back your power. Or this is a higher level soulmate connection that's coming in that's faded. And this person was jealous. They were so jealous. And they are still now. They bore false witness. They missed the boat. They didn't want to put the work in. They were disrespectful. They were immature. Not wanting to build, right? They just wanted to take. Yeah. This could be also divination abuse. We did see the tarot. Somebody was jealous, so they led them wrong or something like that. There's a lot of bogus lies here, egregious gossip. You have to take accountability. There will be no reconciling here. And they were trying to slow you down. This is no friend of yours. If it was a friend that was doing it, no. They're just a footnote. Yeah, they don't want to heal. They're scared. There's a scandal. They try to make you sick. Try to unalive you. I don't know. Somebody's not sleeping. There's an offer. They're sick to their stomach that somebody's coming in to make you an offer of marriage or something like that. Somebody with integrity, loyalty, and honesty here. Or it's making them sick that you have integrity, loyalty, and honesty, that you made it to the end here. People see you for who you truly are. A good person. Dedicated, loyal, committed. Careful. You put the work in. You're not afraid to. You're not lazy like this person. So they're really sick. A narcissist, when you rip that mask off, they're liable to do all kinds of things, right? They're very unpredictable. This is killing them, literally. Mentally, it's killing them. Wow. Somebody had addictions. They have attachment issues. They wanted to make it look like maybe they wanted to take you out. Maybe they held such a grudge against you. But this is also the Phoenix rising. This is over. Something's over for this person. They could be maybe facing the end because they're involved in trafficking, or they're involved with something international, I heard. They owe money. They're coming after you. I don't know what they did. They're creeping on you. Something to do with travel. Lies travel quickly, more quicker than the truth, right? Or the truth is coming out as well. You could be traveling, or they wanted to travel. They can't come with you. There's somebody's traveling towards you. Something to do with moving stuff around, and or somebody has addictions. They're going through a depression here. They could have said this about you. I don't know. Playing mind games. Immature testing you, analyzing you. 1111. This is twin flame, runner, chaser, divine timing. If it's not a twin flame, you might be going towards a higher level soulmate connection, or you already have. Or they use this jargon to get people into relationships with them, to get them to be more pliable. You know what I mean? Well, you're my twin flame. You got to sit here and take it until at the end of time. You better give me my money. Give me money. Give me. I don't know what's going on here. I don't understand. Sorry. Maybe at one point you thought this person was a twin flame. It's not. It's a runner-chaser dynamic. It's never gonna be what it's supposed to be unless they heal. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody has a twin, and that's fine. Where are we going with this? Whoa. Okay, so guard, protect, escort, and teach. There is an element. Somebody's an escort. Somebody's selling their butt, or they're buying butt, where they claimed you were. So you're being protected here. You could be a teacher. This is teaching them a very valuable lesson. Adjust. They have to adjust their stories all the time, I just heard. Wow. So adapt, accommodate, compensate, and balance. Bring back balance to your life. This person's maladjusted, and you're very adjusted. Congratulations. The skeletons are coming out of the closet. You're very zen. Somebody may have to compensate you for the lies. Yeah, you're crowned. You're being crowned here. They're coming after your crown. I don't know. So owner, master, top level. Somebody wanted to be your master. Get the fuck out of here. Owner, get the fuck out of here. Top level. You're screwing around with your crown. Who knows? Maybe this is the royal family. Pollution. You're polluting the minds of others against you. It could be have an infection. This is a parasite. Okay? They take from other people. They get their claws into you, and they suck your drive, energy, money, time. You gotta let this person go. You knew this person was poison. Surrender, open up, give up, and release. Bye. I set you free. Like a wild animal. I ain't gonna set you back. You free out into the wild here. Do what you do. Leave me the fuck alone. They're in deep. Whatever they are, they're in deep here. Somebody could have an attachment. I don't know. Key. Let go of the key. The Hierophant and the High Priestess carry the key, right? Key people, core of the problem, and past. They are the core of their own problem. They want a free pass from you? I don't think so. Something to do with a key pass, a key card. Somebody's looking for something. You are the key. There's an investigation here. Explore, search. Somebody's exploring or searching or looking into something. You are the key to you have the key. Okay. So you know what's going on, maybe. Somebody's under suspicion, or they wanted people to suspect you of something. Vigilance, hostility, and jealousy. And somebody's finding out. Somebody did all of this because they were jealous. Causing all this chaos in your world and other people's worlds. Go sit down and fucking heal. This is somebody, yeah, they think they're a king or a queen or something. Forgotten person, core, past old friend. Yeah, they're just a footnote in the story of your life. Can't make this up. We started with that, ending with that. The cards don't lie. Spirit certainly doesn't lie. The energy doesn't lie. This fool lies, okay? If they wanted to have a better review in your life, they should have treated you much, much better. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they didn't exist. You're living your life as if they never existed. That's how much clout they have. That's how much they, you know, like narcissists love to hurt you. They want you to always remember them. That's why they do what they do. Oh, you're not going to forget me. I'm the most important person in this world. No, you're not worth it. Okay? Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Yeah, in Ghana, health. You're healthy. They could have said something about an STD. Maybe their health is waning. That came out yesterday, too. Yeah. They said you were obsessed with them. Nah. You're not obsessed with them. Bye. Chengi. Hecate, you're protection. You're very protected here. Well, it's prosperity is coming towards you, Urzuli. Take it for whatever it is. You're going towards a very nice future, or you're already there, and they can't come along and they're jealous. They wanted to ruin you. You know, it does. You see this all the time in Hollywood, not elsewhere. Somebody makes it big, and somebody from their past tries to come forward and tell lies, and whether it's true or not, I don't know. But they try to ruin that person, right? I can't come along with you. I can't have some of that fame and money. Well, I'm going to ruin you. Find their 15 minutes of fame somehow, right? It's going to be a hell no. Hell no. They're going to fall on their face. And Gyna. Your well-being is paramount. If your emotional state becomes foggy or overcome with troubles and worries, you cannot function and others suffer too. So maybe that's what they knew and they were trying to screw with your health, your mental health. If your body has been flashing signs at you like a sore joint, cramp, aching back, or itchy skin, then you really do need to start paying attention. Putting things off, saying you'll get around to it later, or pretending everything is fine is no longer okay. Yes, it's true, we seldom feel totally on top of the world, nor are we often without some ailment or room for improvement. But if you have drawn this card, then Ngana comes to tell you that things are not at all okay. Ignorance, especially matters of health, is a poor excuse. Ask Ngana for the courage to face your fears and seek the help you need. The sooner the better, and the more positive the outcome will be. So you might be the type that leaves it to the last minute. Don't do that. Somebody's health is waning. It could be something that's, you know, quickly dealt with. It's over with. It reminds me of my dad. My dad was afraid of doctors. Don't know why. Obviously, he's never had really good experiences with doctors, and he would leave it to the very last minute. And unfortunately, that's what basically those poor decisions, that and the lifestyle he was living is what amounted to taking him out of this world. We buried him 36 years ago yesterday. You know what I mean? He was quite young when he passed. So please do yourself a favor if this is you or somebody you're dealing with. Get your ass to a doctor's, okay? Chengi in the reverse. Is a particular person really worth all your investment right now? Take a moment to clear your head. Stop worrying and actually do something about it. Don't make the pursuit of money your master, because there are some things that just can't buy. Heed the advice of those who have gone before you. This person's not worth it. Maybe they're finding out they're, you know, I can't say that. There's no, in this situation anyways, there's no point in looking back and going back. It just could be more of the same. It might even take you out health-wise. There's something to do with them paying for ass and or getting paid for ass. Or just the way they live their lives, you know. I do know that, you know, people nowadays feel like they have every right to say what they want to say and treat people the way they want to treat people, and they get away with it for the most part because there are laws, right? But some people are getting really upset, getting tired of the same old bullshit, getting stepped on, getting robbed, getting demeaned, getting hurt. Their families are being hurt. Some people are actually, I'm really picking up they're looking for a bruising, you know? Cruising for a bruising. In other words, somebody's going to shut that mouth up. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they better shut up. They better get the help they need. They better stop doing what they're doing. They're compromising other people. They started a hate train possibly. I don't know. They're going to get their mouth is going to be closed. Or this is just spirit. Spirit's going to backhand them. You know what I'm saying? They might lose their teeth. They might lose their tongue or their ability to talk. They talk a good game, but it's all bullshit. I don't wish this on anybody, but I'm really picking up people are angered here. Or it could be spirit. Hecate. Most of the time you rejoice in people coming to you for help, advice, or just to be a shoulder to cry on. But when push comes to shove, who can you turn to? You can't protect all of the world, nor can you decide the fate of others for long. It'll push you to the breaking point. You have reached an important crossroads where taking on all the ills of others and responsibility for their actions is grinding you down. Hecate holds the keys to your future. She's also the goddess of magic. So if they were doing magic and gossip is spell work. It's a form of spell work. Okay, you're protected here. Hecate holds the keys to your future. Remember the keys. Together you stand before the gates of great decision. It's time to lay down the woes of the world and the burdens of others and step forward alone. They can't come with you. And just like Hecate, you will learn and accept that you can still help from a distance if you so choose. Those who have relied on you so much before will need to live their own lives and take responsibility for their own choices. So you were there always, they shat all over you. They shot where they ate, right? They bit the hand that fed them. You were always one with the sane advice, comforting advice. You're always there to help, lend a helping hand. You might not have liked it, but you were there. You would pick up the phone and you would listen to them. They would dump all over you. You were the emotional dumping ground. You can't afford to do this anymore because it was hurting you. Spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever, financially. Now you're being protected, okay? They went to the crossroads maybe because she stands at the crossroads. But that's just for a few of you. Now they can't come along with you. And this could be love. This could be friend. It could be family. They're just a footnote in the story of your life. You're bigger than... You, on the other hand, in the story of their life is bigger than the story itself. You played a major role in their life because you brought good things to them. Okay, let's be frank. Let's be honest about it. You brought them good things. You were there to do. You bring good memories. They have good memories of you. You don't have good memories of them though, and it's not reciprocal. Okay, you're always do. Always give, and they never give back. They take. It is a big imbalance. So now that something beautiful is happening in your world, they can't come along with you. Maybe you are writing a book about your life, and the story is not so great about them. Well, they should have treated you better, right? Where else? Where else we're going with this place, Spirit? Yeah, hills. Obstacles to overcome. April could be your birthday or somebody else's, or something happened in April, or it could be a name. It's a lightning here. I look at that as a tower. Control your anger or you'll be sorry. So somebody's angry. They're trying to anger you, poke the bear, trying to make you sound like you're not all that in a bag of chips, right? So if you are speaking of your life, or somebody did the life story of your life, or wrote a book, you or someone else, they're really trying to get a rise out of you. Heart, because you're a loving person. Love, deep affection, and caring. Horseshoe, good luck. So you have good energy, and they want back in. Ram, it's a stubborn, aggressive person. Yeah, be careful. Kite, vacation. There's something to do with vacations here and travel. Carrot, opportunity or a windfall. So maybe you're traveling because you have this beautiful opportunity or a windfall and they can't come along. And how dare you? I'm going to ruin it for you. Or they went around saying stories that you're involved with rugs, or they definitely are. Or trafficking. They definitely are. Whatever they said about you is what they're doing. There we go, dog. Protection from a powerful friend. And funnel, a period of frustration, lessons to be learned. And Sun, happiness and well-being. So this is really frustrating them that you're happy, you're healthy, you're reaping the rewards of living a good life, doing the right things, doing it properly. And broken wishbone, wish will not be granted. So they can't come along. Okay? It is what it is. You stay over there. Why am I picking up? Oh gosh, what was that? My son used to watch this when he was a kid. Wishbone? Is that some sort of dog? Wishbone, wishbone. Anyhow, place that where it belongs. I don't know what the correlation is, but it might have something to do with it. I'll have to look that up. I totally forgot that. I just remembered that. I haven't thought of that in years, by the way. Anyways, congratulations. You're well on your way. You're living a beautiful life, or you will. And they're stuck in their own fucking misery where they belong. Hope you like the read, and until next time, take care.